Hi guys, and welcome to another video. So Sunderland have made their first signing of the summer transfer window, and it is one of the three players that we did speak about in the previous video. We've been linked heavily to three separate players, being Bellingham, Semedo, and now we have officially made the signing of Triantis as well, the centre-back over from Australia. I think it is just his international clearance that has to be done, but it is, and it has been agreed. There has been an agreement between both clubs and the player as well, so it is just a matter of time before he comes over and is introduced to the squad and the staff and all that kind of stuff. So I'm really excited with this one. We will have a look at the statement in just a moment, but I have had a look at some clips. There has been a lot of, that's the thing with these kind of players, you know, when they are kind of unknown entities somewhat, you kind of are relying on clips going around YouTube or social media, you know, because he's not the kind of player that I'm going to watch every week, you know, like a lot of us, unless you do live over in Australia. So we're relying heavily on YouTube compilations and little clips here and there. But there's been quite a lot going around, and he seems to me like a really solid sign, you know, a very young lad. He seems to have a sort of mature head on his shoulders. He loves a strong challenge. There's a little video that was going around about 60 seconds long, and there's about 5 or 6 different challenges. And this, I think, was on Twitter where I seen this. And every single one, it was an incredibly sort of like hard, almost over the top crunching challenge, but very fair. A fair challenge, but really hard hitting. And, you know, we all love to see that, don't we? We love to see that aggression and that passion. You know, he just absolutely batters players, then gets up and carries on. He seems really good on the ball. Granted, it's a different league. It's a different league. I'm not going to head in myself and say that we'll just sound the next Maldini. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it looks like he had a good sort of range of passing. There's a few clips, like I say, where he will pick it up after a great challenge and they'd spray it out wide, or he'd put a ball in over the top, which was a perfect assist for the striker. So it looks like he's almost ideal for what we like to do and the way we like to play, playing out from the back. And, you know, then when we have to defend, he's absolutely all there. So I have seen, you know, some of their fans have pretty much said that he's, you know, from over there, they've said that he's an incredible defender, he has loads of potential and all this kind of stuff. But they have said in terms of maybe things he needs to improve on, not negative, but things he needs to improve on is maybe positionally, but that's something that happens with time. You know, like we say, he's a very young player. But we'll have a look at the statement made from the club. So, let's have a look here. It does say, Sunderland AFC is delighted to announce that an agreement has been reached with Central Coast Mariners for the transfer of NECTARIOS TRIANTIS. Oh, that name is brilliant, isn't it? It's such a brilliant name. It's a kind of thing, it's a kind of name that you'd expect Hermione Granger to scream out while she flicks her wand. Do you know what I mean? Sorry about that, I really The centre-back featured 26 times for the A-League champions last term and was included in the PFA A-League team of the season. Triantis, an Australian youth international, has joined up with his country's under-23s for the Maurice Ravello tournament in Toulon before heading to Wayside. Speaking on the move, Triantis said, the opportunity to join such a prestigious club is an honour, and I'm really looking forward to heading to England and meeting my new teammates later this month. I'm ready for the challenge ahead and can't wait to get started. I would like to thank Nick Montgomery and the Central Coast Mariners for giving me the platform that led to this exciting next chapter in my life. This transfer is subject to international clearance, and we look forward to welcoming him to the Stadium of Light. So yeah, he's saying all the right things there, and he's currently away on international duty, which is great for him as well. Keeps him ticking over throughout the summer. You know, keeps him busy, keeps him fit, which is always good as well. But like I said, he said all the right things, hasn't he? You know, he's really excited. He is a young lad. He fits the bill for us brilliantly. And I'm really excited to see him. You know, again, it's one of them, how many unearthed gems have we found recently at the club with the way that we're going, like picking up youth players and they're growing into fully fledged, real championship talent. So yeah, very excited about that one. Let me know in the comments what you think about that signing. Of course, let me know. But also there has been a little bit of other news, a little bit of progression on the sort of Jack Clarke side of things. I believe that the club are working on a new contract with him, which is understandable given that the amount of interest that's flying around at the moment. But according to his agent, Ian Hart, of course former Sunderland man himself, apparently he's very happy at Sunderland. He likes the style of play, he likes the coaching and the staff. And the teammates and the way that we play, it suits him to a T, and he's really enjoying his football here, of course, with the crowds we get in, and he really enjoys it at the moment. But of course everyone will have a price in terms of the club. Now, Burnley have apparently, just today it has been reported, have made another offer of 7 million with add-ons, which has been rejected. Now, that is just insulting, and if anything, it should make you just think, you know, you don't actually value this lad as much as you should be, valued, because if you think, and I've seen this comparison as well, you know, Lewis Potter, who was signed from Brentford, Brentford signed Lewis Potter from Hull last season for 16 million with add-ons that could potentially rise to as far as 20 million. You know, don't get me wrong, and this isn't, you know, having a pop at Lewis Potter at all, because Lewis Potter looked like a very exciting signing and is a very, very exciting player. But Jack Clarke, for me, has had a more successful season, arguably looks just as good, if not better, than Lewis Potter. A more exciting talent. I can see more potential in Jack Clarke. You know, so why the hell are they offering less than half than what Lewis Potter was signed for from Brentford? For me, that's insulting, and you'd be looking to at least match the 16 plus million if you want to even begin talks about Jack Clarke. So for me, if we did accept anything less than, you know, 16, 18, maybe 20 million, I've said in a previous video, 20 million for me is a minimum for Jack Clarke. I think he has that much potential and he's currently that good. I'd be absolutely livid if we let him go for less than that. But again, let me know in the comments. I know a lot of you guys had different opinions in the comments of the last one regarding Jack Clarke, because I think he does have a lot of potential in him. He's already got a good championship pedigree after just one season now. 7 million for me is just absolutely way off the mark, and like I say, heavily insulting as well. Now also on the sort of incoming front, I guess the whole Joby Bellingham situation, there hasn't really been many updates or any updates as such. There has been odd sort of report here and there saying that the move has been stalled because we're trying to figure out a figure between the clubs, but apparently all personal terms in terms of wages and all conditions, all that kind of stuff, have been agreed and have been for a little bit now. It is literally just a case of the clubs are a little bit of a standstill of what they want. But again, it's all just rumours. I don't know, but that's just the kind of vibe I'm getting from the different rumours that are going around social media and Twitter in particular. But again, it is all just rumours. So that is everything, guys. We've made our first signing of the summer transfer window, being Triantis, of course. Very excited to see him play. Burnley still after Jack Clarke, but they're falling short of our valuation. And hopefully Joby Bellingham does also follow suit from NECTARIOS TRIANTIS as well and becomes the second signing, unless someone else comes in first. I don't know. Either way. There we go. If you have enjoyed, please hit the like button for me. It'd be massively, massively appreciated. And subscribe to the channel if you're not already to become a fully fledged member of the Sassy Army. But for now, take care and stay jammy.